Got it. Just a second. And Vice President Marshall, if you will call the meeting into order, and then I will open up with a word of prayer. Just a second. Okay, can you all see my screen?
Hey, I'm in a meeting. Can I call you back later? All right, bye.
Yes, I can. It's Crystal.
Okay, thank you. And if everybody can mute their, can everybody mute for me? Because I can't really see it to do it. Vice President Kendall, can you go ahead and call our meeting into order, and then I'll give a word of prayer.
Okay, sounds good. I'd like to call this meeting into order. Today's date is September the 28th, and the time is 6:05. Crystal?
Okay. Dear God, thank you so much for this day. We thank you for this opportunity to meet again. We thank you for everybody that is en route and those that have joined us. We pray that this time together will allow us to find ways that we can make a difference in our community, continue to bring us together for the cause of justice and equality, and making a difference in our communities, making our communities stronger, empowering our community in various ways. We thank you for all that you've done, and we pray, God, and thank you for all that you're doing through each and every one of us. We pray, God, as people tune into this meeting today, that they will find ways that they can get involved with the movement and with our efforts to make a difference. And if they don't see something, that they step forward and let us know something passionate that may be on their hearts, that you have laid on their hearts. We thank you for everybody that is participating in this meeting today. We thank you for each and every one of our officers, each one of our leaders, each one of our members, and our visitors that will be joining us today. In the name of Jesus, how we love you. In the name of Jesus, amen. So thank you all for joining us today. Let me see, can I do something different with my screen? I'm gonna stop sharing for 1 second just so I can see what's going on here. Gallery, speaker view. And okay, so I'm gonna share my screen again if I can. Thank you all for joining us today. And as always, I'm struggling with technology. So in the community spotlight, we have Mr. Johnny Foster sharing with us today. He is the Vice President of Public Relations for CAP, which stands for Concerned Citizens and African American Parents. They are an organization in the community who focuses on education. They are one of our partners that we love to connect with and join. And so with no further ado, I'm going to turn you over to Mr. Foster. He is going to give a report on, we all came together and we were Ms. Leah Montez, who oversees CAP, she invited the DFW Metro NAACP to join them in a tour of TEC, which stands for, Technology Exploration and Career Center East. So Louisville ISD has an East and a West. And so Mr. Foster was there. We had an amazing time. So I'm going to let Mr. Foster tell you about our tour that we had with the leaders of CAP and some of DFW Metro NAACP. So I will turn it over to you now, Mr. Foster. You're muted, Mr. Foster.
Technology challenge as well. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to thank Crystal for giving us this opportunity to speak on CAP's behalf. I am the VP of Public Relations. That's a catch-all position, so I get to do a lot of things. The tour at the Technology East Center was actually one of the first collaborative efforts that we had, and I'm saying collaborative because we did have Crystal Bates and the representative for Dallas NAACP Metro. We also had representatives from Westside Baptist Church's social justice crew. That was Ms. Jackie Shaw. So we're all partners, like Crystal say, and we all have some of the same. There's a lot of synergy, if you will, in what we're trying to do in our community. So I loved it because we were represented by multiple organizations within our community. TECC is a well-kept secret within the Louisville Independent School District. I know maybe everybody on this call is not familiar with Louisville Independent School District, but you know the major high school campuses. Over on the west side, we have Flower Mound High School and we have Marcus High School. In the center, we have the Louisville High School and the major feeder patterns that feed them, those two 9th and 10th grade campus. And over on the east side, where I live, over on the Carrollton side, we have the Colony High School and we have Hebron High School. So there's a tech center that serves all the west side and the east side and the central side as well. What I would like to do at this time is give you a quick, I'm gonna share my screen. This is actually taken from the Louisville, oh, let me go back because I didn't, how did I go back? Okay. Let me do it one more time. I have to optimize. I want to share, okay. I want to make sure I share the sound. Anybody hear that? Stop sharing. Okay, that production is actually a production of the student body there at the Tech Center East, and it was all of it's done by that group that's called the AV Production and Digital Social Media, Sports Media. So just to go back over the areas that we toured, it was the animal. We didn't get to do the animal science and veterinary assistance. I think that's one is only on the West campus. We did get to tour cosmetology, the auto mechanics and technology class, and that was so impressive. I thought I was at my General Motors dealership. They had bays and lifts and everything, and I was super impressed by that. And the most impressive thing is the students that are being trained there can get certifications. Some of them are presently employed on their off times to work at different dealerships in the area right now. And even on weekends, they can do a full shift. So they're able to go to school, get training, and earn money right now. And another impressive thing, he says, with the new technology that cars are having, if students get certified in, say, working on the onboard computers and things like that, they can literally make up to 6-digit incomes in auto mechanics. So if your son or daughter say, hey, mom, I want to be an auto mechanic, maybe don't spend a little time and listen to it, because there are a lot of opportunities there. The AV production and the digital sports media, they actually do some of the football games and basketball games and volleyball games. They have a channel that you can tune in and listen to that. The welding, we didn't get a chance to see that, but we saw some of the classroom. Engineering and robotics. Robotics, by the way, is being offered on all the main campuses in the district. So it was so popular that they were just filling up the classes so fast. So they decided to make that not a career center offering, but a campus offering. Animation and graphics so impressive by the equipment. I mean, they have Macs and PCs that are like top of the line. The architectural department, and one that was not mentioned in that video was the medical assistance group that's also at the Tech Center East. So there's a lot there. It's a well-kept secret. Every child may not want to go to college, but there's a lot of offerings. There's a lot of certifications that they can get. They can literally graduate from high school with cosmetology or automotive certifications and start working right away. So with that said, Crystal, I'm going to turn it back to you. If there are any questions, I'll be open to answer. Are you there, Crystal? She may have stepped away.
I am. Oh, okay. I thought I was muted. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Foster, for
Crystal,
sharing with us.
I forgot to mention, there is another video that I did not have time to show because it's like 52 minutes. It is a virtual tour of the center.
Okay.
It's available on the district's website. I will try to patch that link in when I figure out how to do that before we get off.
Yes, if you would drop it in the chat, that would be great. That would be so awesome.
Okay, back in your hands.
Okay, let's see here. Remove pin, speaker view. And okay, let me share my screen again. Okay, thank you. Okay, you all can see my screen, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I am going to, I want to take this time to welcome our guests and visitors. Do we have anybody that has joined us today and it is your very, very, very first time joining one of our DFW Metro NAACP meetings? We want to say welcome from everybody, but we want to know if we have any visitors tuned in with us tonight and this is your first time. If you'll unmute and let us know who you are and who invited you. Everybody's family. Now I see some names that I haven't seen before. So y'all unmute and let us say hello to us.
Hello, my name is Michelle Bailey, and my husband and I joined in the summer, June 19th, as a matter of fact. And this is our first time attending.
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Bailey. Mrs. Bailey, I do remember when you all joined on Juneteenth, and I'm sure some of our officers and leaders on the call remember too. So thank you so much to you and Mr. Bailey for tuning in with us on this evening. So we're glad to have, not only is this her first time, but as she said, they are actually members of DFW Metro. So we are excited to have you all tune in with us today. Yes, that's right. Is anybody else on the call and this is your first time joining us? If you are unmute. Okay.
Throughout.
I can't hear you. Okay, and Miss Swan, I think you've been on here before. Okay, so if anybody else, drop your name in the chat for us. I'm going to turn it over to our assistant secretary. So before I go forward, thank you all for joining us today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hearty welcome from DFW Metro NAACP. You are always welcome here, and we hope to continue to see you all. And then we also hope that you will be energized and excited and encouraged to be a part of some of our teams, and you'll hear some information later on as to how you can get connected with the work that we're actually doing. And so I am going to turn it over to our Assistant Secretary, Ms. Drew Murray.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Is there anybody in the audience here who has a September birthday or an anniversary? Anybody? Well, maybe if some of your relatives do, DFW Metro NAACP wants to wish them a happy birthday and anniversary. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Drew. Thank you so much. So is Paige on the call? Paige Dixon? Okay, so I am going to go ahead and introduce our speaker for this evening. Paige was going to introduce her, but we have Miss Nicole Massey. She had the opportunity to share with us during our education meeting. It was such wonderful information. I wanted to make sure that the rest of our body had the opportunity to hear some of the wonderful things about Noggin Educational Foundation. And so they agreed to come back and share with us. And I'm going to let her give some more details about herself and about the organization as she shares with us. If you have questions, please go ahead and drop those in the chat. So when she finishes, we'll be able to honor those questions and present those questions. And so with no further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Nicole Massey from Noggin Educational Foundation.
Thank you so much, Minister Bates. So excited to be here with you guys. Thanks so much for having Noggin here and giving me the opportunity just to talk a little bit about what our foundation does and the work that we do. Can everybody see my presentation okay? Okay, terrific. So Noggin's mission is to close the achievement gap for economically disadvantaged children. And we do that in a variety of different ways that I'm going to talk to you guys about. But really what we focus on is improving educational opportunities for students, supporting parents and families, and then encouraging excellence and innovation in the classroom. So how did we get started? We actually got started by David and Danita Bailey. Danita actually serves as the founder of Noggin Educational Foundation, as well as our executive director. She wasn't able to be here today, so you guys get me instead. I'm actually the chair of the board and super excited to be here with you guys. But the organization started because when David began his teaching career in Dallas, he started with teaching in an first day of school. He was looking for school supplies and went to the administrator asking what kind of school supplies would be available to him. They gave him one ream of paper and said, good luck for the school year. He had 125 students that he needed to support with math for an entire year with one ream of paper. So he was discouraged and overwhelmed as an educator in the field with how he was going to be able to impact these students. Fast forward later on in his career, he went to a much more prestigious school district that had a lot more money. This school district gave him carte blanche. He had an Office Depot card. He could place an order at any time for any type of supply that he needed. The parents were coming to him regularly saying, what is it that you need in order to teach our kids? We will have it here for you. And he recognized right then and there, just in school supplies, the disparity that existed for students that are in low socioeconomic status versus those who are in a higher status. That, really spoke to him. And he went home and he talked to his wife, Danita, about it. Danita said, you know what? We have the opportunity to do something about this, and we should do something about this. And so out of that experience and that decision, Noggin Educational Foundation was born. David is still a math teacher and continues to impact kids in low socioeconomic status environments and continues to work with Noggin Educational Foundation as well. So here are the ways in which Noggin provides services to low-income students. We have a variety of different ways. The first one is educational coaching, okay? Educational coaching provides 12 free tutoring sessions with a certified teacher for a student, okay? Any student that qualifies for reduced or free lunch program would be eligible to participate in any of the services that Noggin offers. So we have that program available where the teacher is able to go directly into the home when we were in a pre-COVID environment, but now virtually meet with that student, and provide that coaching and that tutoring to them. We also have ARD Counseling and Advocacy. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the ARD program. I know many of you guys are in the education field or just closely intertwined with work that's being done with education. But ARD is a meeting that takes place with teachers and administrators in the school district when there's a parent that is preparing for an individualized education plan for a student that qualifies for special education services. As you guys know, for those of you who have been involved in an ARD meeting, it can be very complicated, very difficult for a family to navigate. A lot of times the administrators and the people who are present are using acronyms and terms that the families do not understand. The families do not know how to advocate for their children to get the best type of service available to them, and they just need some help. We provide a trained behavioral specialist that will prep that family in advance for that ARD meeting, and then will participate in the ARD meetings as needed to assist that family. So if the family chooses to have that specialist available, they will participate. If the family just chooses to have prep services available, we will do that for them. Okay, so that's number 2. The third service that Noggin provides is Homework Heroes. So these are not licensed teachers. These are folks just like you and I, people who agree to volunteer to help kids with homework. So we pair an adult with a child. They meet with them virtually on the computer. The child explains what work they're working on that day, and that individual helps them complete that homework. And as you guys know, we have a number of students who have been in virtual environments, who have parents who are working, a variety of different complicated situations that really prevent our kids from getting the help that they need on a day-to-day basis just with their homework. And Homework Heroes is a great way for our volunteers to help out. We do Homework Heroes specifically for our elementary age students because, we don't want to get it too complicated for our volunteers, so they focus on those elementary age students. Our largest program that we do is SPARK, and SPARK stands for Summers Producing Academically Ready Kids. So we all know that during the summer, there is education loss, learning loss that takes place amongst all of our students, particularly those students that are in low income. We can see them regress even up to a grade level in their coursework. SPARK program is a program where we partner with existing nonprofit organizations or with apartment complexes, anyone that is providing a summer program service for low-income students. And we have our certified teachers meet with those kids 3 days a week for 1 hour for a 6-week time frame to provide interactive, fun, engaging activities surrounding math and reading. This is not time to sit down and do a worksheet. This is fun, it is engaging, it's exciting for the kids. We've got prizes, we've got gift cards, we've got all kinds of things to keep these kids involved and excited and to be able to impact them, particularly with their academics and with math and reading. So that's our fourth service that we provide. And then our fifth service is Career Chat. Career Chat is where we have volunteers come in to a school. Typically, we focus on our Title I schools, and we have volunteers partner with those schools to come in and to talk about their career. This is an opportunity for our students to be able to be introduced to a career path that they may have never considered. We have had pilots, we have had deaf interpreters, we have had physical therapists, we have had just people across the board, judges. We even had a judge walk the kids through his courtroom virtually. We have had so many individuals step up and say that they will introduce their students to careers that they would have never potentially been exposed to. A lot of our students know people who work jobs every day, but they don't know people who have careers. And this is a great way to introduce them and to expose them to that environment. So those are the 5 different ways in which Noggin impacts our students. So I'm going to hit it one more time. Educational coaching, our free tutoring, art, counseling, and advocacy, that's our special education advocacy program. Homework Heroes, where volunteers help with homework. Spark, our 6-week program for reading and math, and then Career Chat. Those are the 5 ways in which we impact our students. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Got too excited there. We also have another resource called School Days, Help for Moms and Dads of School-Aged Kids. So once a week, we have a podcast that Danita hosts where she brings in superintendents of schools, chiefs of police of various cities in the DFW area, therapists, psychologists, just folks from all across the gamuts of information. And she talks about everything from critical race theory to autism to navigating behavior management in the classroom, all different types of strategies from the perspective of those who are experts in that field to provide help for moms and dads that are navigating these school systems every day and who just do not know what to do. And the School Days is open for everyone. The podcasts are available anywhere podcasts are accessible. And then we also do a live video on YouTube too. So they can be accessed at any time for anyone, but particularly for our low-income families, this provides a free resource that they can access at any time to be able to find out how to navigate a system that they don't understand. I have this noted because I originally spoke before North Texas Giving Day, but you guys were participants in North Texas Giving Day as well. And so you know all about September 23rd and the fact that that is the biggest giving day in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, where we focus on bringing awareness and attention to nonprofits in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And I am so excited to say that Noggin this year was able to raise more money than we ever have on North Texas Giving Day. We had a $20,000 goal for North Texas Giving Day this year, and we were able to raise over $25,000 this year. And so we were super excited for that. And we also were the recipients of a scholarship that the communities of North Texas offered through North Texas Giving Day. And through that, we also were awarded an additional $1,500 as a nonprofit through North Texas Giving Day. So really excited because the main way that we receive funding is through donor support. We do not have any grants. We don't have any of that. We really depend upon the support of the community to help fund the resources that and the programs that we provide to the students. So we are super excited that the community rallied around us and really saw the value in being able to impact communities of color and low-income communities and to be able to make a difference. So I'll open it up for questions that you guys may have for me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nicole. If you all have any questions, if you could unmute so we can direct those questions to Ms. Massey.
What geographic area does Noggin serve?
We primarily focus on the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but we do provide educational coaching to students outside of DFW. Because of COVID, it opened up our world a little bit more to virtual services that we could provide. So through that, we're able to actually provide some services to students outside of the area. But our primary focus is Dallas-Fort Worth. We have been engaged just because of the resources and connections that we have. We've been engaged with Dallas ISD, Arlington ISD, Grand Prairie ISD, and Mansfield ISD. That is not to say that we would not engage with other school districts. It's just been that that's where we've had our primary connections.
Thank you.
Awesome. Any more questions?
Yes, I have one. If you wanted to become a volunteer, what's the process for that?
Absolutely. You would go to nogginfoundation.org, and there is a link right there to become a volunteer. We always love to have volunteers. So whether it is that you want to be a homework helper or you are able to offer another resource for Noggin, we would love to have you.
Awesome. Thank you.
I will say for educational coaching and for art advocacy, those are actually paid positions. So we actually pay our teachers that participate in Spark, the teachers that do our educational coaching, as well as the behavioral specialists that participate with art. Those are all paid positions. So it's free to our students, but we do pay those individuals that provide those resources.
Do you guys accept interns for those positions too as well?
Yes, we actually, through North Texas Giving Day, we began working with an intern. We've had about 3 interns that I can think of. We've been in existence for almost 6 years. And in that time, we've had about 3 interns that we've worked with at UT Arlington and at UT Dallas. And we just partnered with the School of Business for marketing students. And we had a marketing student that interned with us and gave us some marketing strategies and things like that for North Texas Giving Day. She did a terrific job.
Beautiful. Awesome. Do we have any more questions? Thank you so much. Oh, somebody else had a question. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask one, and thank you so much for your presentation. I'm retired now, so I don't have to do my lesson plans anymore, thank God. But the work that you are doing is very much needed. And in this COVID environment with so much going on, DISD just did away with in-house suspension and sending kids home for behavior. So what type of programming, if at all, do you do for social emotional learning and how to help gird teachers on how to de-escalate problems and issues in their classroom?
Yes, so currently we do not have any resources like that we provide on an ongoing basis. It is actually in our business plan, though, to expand for specifically to teachers to provide resources on exactly what you're talking about: behavior management, social emotional learning, all of those types of things, just even navigating students with special needs. We have an increased number of students that have ADHD, that have autism. A lot of times they're exhibiting behaviors in the classroom that the teachers do not know how to manage. And being able to offer some of those resources. Right now, the main resource that we're able to offer to our teachers is the podcast and the expert insight that we get through those podcasts, but we don't have anything documented right now. If you'd like to be a volunteer and to help us put together something like that, Ms. Wicks, we would love to have you.
I have some resources and some names of people that are actually counselors and some teachers that are still working within. I was with DISD for 30 years. Dallas for 30 years. So I do have some names to give you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And
not on my shame.
And thank you so much for your experience and for serving our students. My mom just retired after 38 years in Dallas Independent School District, and she worked at the alternative elementary school. And so I know all about those suspensions and kids that get moved to different schools because they came to my mom. And so really love when teachers dedicate themselves to impacting the lives of kids. As something very, very near and dear to my heart, because both my grandmother and my mother were both teachers and social workers in school districts, and my mom's entire career has been focused with low-income students in DISD. And so that's something very near and dear to my heart. So thank you so much for your service and for impacting our students for so many years.
Thank you so much, Ms. Massey, for sharing with us. We thank you for taking out your time and all that you and Noggin are doing in the community and for our students and educators. Thank you, and be sure to tell Ms. Donita that we said thank you as well. Thank you all for your questions. And
Crystal,
we will
I did have one other question.
Absolutely.
On your podcast, I went to your website and I was trying to figure out how to know when they are and who's going to be speaking. Is there is that on the site or?
They are every Tuesday I don't know if we have, no, I'm sorry, every Wednesday. I don't know if we have a schedule. That's a very good question, because I don't know that we have ever created a schedule of upcoming podcasts.
Speakers?
That's a question. Let me ask Danita about that, because School Days is not actually a part of Noggin Educational Foundation. Noggin helps to sponsor that, but it's something that kind of happens a little bit separately. And so I need to find out if we have a schedule that's available. I'll find that out for you guys.
Okay, because some of the participants were very impressive. I would think it would be something that would be interested for a lot of people. And since it's a podcast, everybody can access it. And there's a lot, sounds like a lot of good information.
Danita does a terrific job of pulling in. Sometimes I don't even know how she gets the guest speakers that she gets. She does a phenomenal job of getting the people that she gets, and a very, very impressive list of experts.
Thank you so much. If you would be so kind, if you find that information out or any other information you'd like to share with our members or our community, please be sure to drop that information at DFW Metro NAACP's Facebook page. We do have a large group there, so you can definitely share there on any of our other social media platforms. So thank you again. And you all, let's give Miss Massey a hand.
Thank you for having me today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. We appreciate you so much. Okay. So now you all, again, thank you for those of you who have joined in a little later in the meeting. We're glad to have you all. So last month, I think the month before, this may be our second or third month, that we've presented to you all our DFW Metro NAACP in the community. So wait a minute. Let me stop sharing because I know what I didn't do. Because I have got to turn on the sound. There we go, share sound. Okay, so can you all see my screen now?
Excellent. Excellent.
That was in the community, so you all were able to see, let me see, some of the interesting things that DFW Metro NAACP is doing in the community. We want to always make sure you all can see what we're doing, how we're making a difference, how we're getting involved. And so you all saw clips from when we participated in College Day with Westside Baptist Church on Sunday with Prairie View's band. And then as Mr. Foster shared earlier, our tour at Tech East School at Louisville ISD. And then also we were able to contribute to some families in this area that came to the area as evacuees from with Hurricane Ida. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you. Okay, you all can see my screen again, I think. Okay, and as Miss Massey mentioned, this was our very, very, very first day of participating in North Texas Giving. Y'all, God is so good. I found out about it a couple of hours before the deadline, so it was crazy trying to get everything in on time, and it was kind of up and down, up and down. So we were able to get everything in, and because of you all and others, we were able to raise and get donations equaling $3,600, $3,670. You all, that is something to be excited about. So we are looking forward to making a difference in the community with those funds. So thank you again. And again, if you missed out and were not able to participate in North Texas Giving, it is not too late. You can go to our page and become a member at the lowest level of $30. And then there are some other levels. And if you're already a member, you can contact just three people, and get them to join and become a member for $30 of DFW Metro NAACP. And we always welcome any other type of monetary contributions or donations. And as you all see, I make sure to let you all know what we're in the community doing. And so as we approach the fall of the year, we are focusing on our membership campaign, trying to increase our membership. And so if you have not already, go ahead and hold your camera up. This is an interactive part of the meeting. Hold your camera up and hold it over the QR code. And then you can scan it, and some wonderful information. Our flow card, our digital business card is going to show up. And it's easy as 1, 2, 3. When you go to the grocery stores or when you go out about the community, you just say hello. It's not that hard. Just say hello, wave at somebody, and then you can pop out the share code, share the QR code, which I keep mine on my phone at all times. And see, my phone is not even on. I'm turning it on, and just that quick. See, I'm already at the QR code. I keep it on the face of my phone. So I always pull it out and just ask somebody to shine their phone, their camera over it. And then the first thing you do on there is it connects to our Facebook page. Get connected. So they can fill out that form and connect with any of our teams and get connected and involved in what we're doing. And also when they share, when they opt in for the on the connection form, they will get our monthly newsletter. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, you all share that QR code. If you want me to email it to you, it's also in our newsletter. It's probably on our Facebook pages, everywhere. And again, for you all to get people connected and help them join, how easy is it? It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. So now we're up to DFW Metro NAACP officer and team updates. And so if everybody that is going to be giving an update can go ahead, and we're going to turn it over first to our Madam Secretary, Miss Lexi. Lexi, are you unmuted?
Hi. Yeah, so we have well, hello everyone. How's it going? We have the state convention coming up. We have 3 delegates from our branch that will be joining the state convention. If anyone wanted to grab a swag box, I'll drop the link in the chat. They have just some cool NAACP merchandise. I think it's $25 for the swag box. And I also wanted to give an update on our members. We're now at 112 members for our branch. So we hit the 100 mark, and that will be going up soon because I just entered a few more this week. It just takes a couple of days for processing. So that's exciting. And I'm working with a few students from UTD to create a membership drive. So hopefully we can bring that number up some more.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Madam Secretary. So next we'll have our Vice President, Mr. Kendall Marshall. Give an update for our Economic Opportunity team.
Definitely. We are excited for the Economic Opportunity team simply because we are working with UTD intern students to help develop a business directory, a minority business directory. And so we're excited about that because it gives us an opportunity to, the data that we're actually capturing gives us an opportunity to understand how those businesses are working and to also help improve those businesses too as well with some of the analysis data that we're collecting. But it also gives them an opportunity to join NAACP, DFW Metro NAACP, so they can also promote their businesses. And so we're excited about that. Our interns are excited to get started. They are actually already working. And I can't wait to present our finished product to everyone. Crystal.
Okay, make sure you share the date of your next meeting.
So we meet on the third Monday of every month, and it's at 6 p.m. And so if anyone would like to join our team, we would love to have you be a part of our team. Please tune into our meetings.
Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Vice President. And do you have any volunteer opportunities for the Economic Opportunity team that you want to share today?
Well, we're always looking for volunteers, especially, we're talking about, membership drive and those different opportunities. So we're always looking for volunteers to be a part of our team.
Thank you so much, Vice President. So we'll turn it over now to our Assistant Treasurer, Dr. Jack Henderson. He's going to give us an update on our membership drives because he helps us with our membership drives and he's over our community care. So I'm going to let him tell you more about all of that.
Okay, good evening to all, and thank you for tuning in. I want to begin by also thanking the speaker for that presentation there. Certainly it's helping us to connect even more with the community. As far as our membership campaign, I only have a few comments to add here. I did want to mention that there was a scholarship piece associated with that National Day of Giving, and that kicks in with the tax deductible portion of that. Now, as we strive to recruit new members, we also have to focus on maintaining our current membership. So we're having to operate on two tracks. It's been a year, give or take a few days, since we became an official unit of the NAACP. This means that we need to begin renewing memberships of the current members, as well as trying to recruit new members. And as the president stated, it is as easy as 1, 2, 3 for either one. Now, the membership levels varies in that we have an annual membership category and we have a live membership category. I cannot emphasize enough that we need to grow the membership and encourage live membership during these days in regards to the payments that's returned to the local. You might ask why. Well, it boils down to pure economics. We want to keep as much of our membership fee that we can to support our local programming. During COVID, we get 1/2 of the membership fees returned from national. And when COVID is over, we'll only be receiving a third. So we really want to try to up our membership to maximize our return. The good thing is that before we were sending all our funds to national, and they would have the responsibility of sending us money back. Now, since we are official, we get to collect our membership and we send them their portion. Of course, they tell us what that portion is. Now, in which of course the issue came up just this week that, well, when COVID is over, then we have to even consider making some portion that's of the membership fee would go to the state. So evidently our return is going to get smaller and smaller after COVID. So we want to really try to push as much as we can to move that along. Okay, so that's all I have at this point. I won't go through all of the membership, but annual membership is as small as $30 a year. Live memberships, they can be paid out over time. Here recently, when we were at the West Side with the Preview Institute event, we were able to pick up 5 new members, 1 youth and 4 adult membership. So we're very happy about that. A little bit that happens on a regular basis will add up. So I will move on now to the community care. Even though we engage in many different things, we have to pause to let members know we care deeply about the individual persons. There were 10 cards of community care sent out to individual members facing illness, medical challenges, experiencing bereavement, and also thank you cards to our speakers. We still have a couple more to go out. I strive to get these out in a very timely manner. So please email me at nojackprodigy.net with the name, the circumstance, and the mailing address so that we can continue to get those out as timely as we possibly can. We want the members to know that we are with them all of the time. When things are good and with life present challenges, we want you to know we're with you. We also want to ask if there were any members interested in helping with that responsibility. You may want to donate some cards, write letters, or be good at writing thank you notes, because these are personalized things that we have to take time, and we enjoy taking the time to give the thought and love and care that goes into our compassion outreach to our members. So we welcome any members that want to help us with the membership push, also with the community care. With that, that concludes my update for the general meeting. Back to you, Madam President.
Thank you so much, Dr. Henderson. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Y'all heard all those opportunities where you can get involved and where you can volunteer. And Dr. Henderson does a wonderful job of sending out those cards to everybody. So we greatly appreciate that. And thank you again, Secretary Lexi, and also Vice President Kendall, for your reports as well. Thank you all for all that you all are doing. And Laura, I'm going to turn it over to Laura now. Casito.
Hi.
Hi there.
How doing?
Good. Good.
Okay, so I'm gonna let the page come up. Okay, so quick little update on the communications team. Like you see on the first point there, we are wanting to do some workshops to really involve students more, involve the younger generations, just involve more people And this is going to include some writing, editing, proofreading, graphics, really a workshop on all we're needing some help on to kind of enhance the communications team. So that's what we're currently working on. We definitely always need volunteers. We're working on ways to engage volunteers right now, but we really want to focus on working on our newsletters and our social media posts, which is how I feel like we're going to engage the most people. We are training individuals on how to do this, but hopefully we all can learn from the volunteers that we do get, so we can get better, they can get better, we can all work together. These articles are going to inform the general public as well. Communications it's definitely very important to the organization because that is the way that we reach out to, you know, the community around us. So we definitely want to work on this as much as we can and get more knowledge from like outside sources. We are wanting to, or we are posting to social media. We are wanting to increase this social media kind of life though. So that's one of the things that we are focusing on, our social media presence. Our next meeting, which is where we'll talk more about the workshops and the volunteer opportunities. Right now, we're doing a lot of opportunities too, as far as like college students. So we are working with UTD to kind of see if we can provide like some credits, some course credits, or maybe like an internship possibility to have that be an incentive, right, for students to come. And, you know, that also helps them as well. So our next meeting will definitely go over a couple of these things and what route we're wanting to take the team. It's going to be this Thursday on September 30th at 7 p.m. via Zoom.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Laura. We appreciate you. We enjoy our young people. Our what generation is that? Y or Z? Laura, you muted.
Wow.
I think it's Z, Gen Z, because you're in your
Gen
20s,
Z,
right? Yeah, I think it's Gen Z.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm borderline millennial and Gen Z, so yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Laura. So as you all know, our communications team is going to meet Thursday. Please tune in. There's a lot you can do. And let me add to everybody that come in. I know Dr. Henderson did, I think, but Dr. Henderson, Kendall, Vice President Kendall, myself, and Assistant Treasurer Drew and Miss Linda Henderson, and our legal redress team lead, Marcus Turner, and I hope I'm not missing anybody. I hate to call out names. We all participated in the membership drive on Sunday, and y'all are missing out on fun. We always have an amazing time. Listen to Vice President Kendall, we really do, you all. We have a great time when we're together. When Miss Michelle, Miss Bailey and her husband joined, we were out at Juneteenth, out at Music City Mall. We had an amazing time. We have fun working together. And so please come out. Laura mentioned that the communications team is going to meet on Thursday. And you all, guess what? I have been putting the information on our website. So if you go to www.dfwmetro.naacp.org and go to calendar, I have listed all of our monthly meetings. And so if you ever can't log in, you can't find the login information, you can't get in touch with anybody, all the links will be located on our website. Our legal read is Marcus on the call. I know he had some issues getting that came up right before the meeting, and so I'm not going to be able to cover all of his, but he did send this in. He didn't put their I don't see their meeting information, but it will be on our website. And so I am going to give our update. You all, we are looking for someone to lead our political action team. So I need help because I got other things I need to be doing for the organization. So please help me out. If you know someone who is passionate, even if they can't continue to lead it and they're only available for a few months, I would take all the help that I can get. But that we do need a leader for our political action team. So here's our political action team report. Our next meeting is going to be on Monday, October the 18th at 7 p.m. Some of the current major focus is voter registration. And if you did not know, today is National Voter Registration Day across the United States. And so we had our voter registration event on Sunday to participate in this year's voter registration day. And then we're trying to get people engaged in their civic duties and what have you, engaged in the political process, engaged and just aware of what's going on. So those are some of our current major focus, just registering people to vote because, and not just that, but of course we focus on education and advocacy, engagement and voter registration and election law. But we have an election coming up. The last day to register to vote is October the 4th. You all say that, October the 4th. So if you know of anybody that may have moved and they need to change their address or anything, or somebody that needs to register, please remind the world that the last day to register is October the 4th. Election day is going to be November the 2nd. If you will see your personal counties election website, so you'll know what's going to be on the ballot. Do not show up that day without a plan. Know and do your homework in advance. That's that voter education piece and advocacy piece. Do your homework and find out who's going to be on the ballot before you show up, because you are not allowed to take your handy dandy phones in there. So you can write it down on a piece of paper or print it out. So upcoming events, we are going to be doing, just like we did on Sunday, we always do a membership drive and voter registration together. We want to start having those monthly. So if you have not came out, did y'all see those cool shirts we had on? We all have shirts, NAACP, Black the Vote shirts on. So definitely get connected so you can come out and be a part of the fun that we're doing while we're making a difference by registering people to vote and also gaining new members. So we do need, we will be doing a monthly voter registration and membership drive. The political action team, of course, I've already stated we need a leader. We need a couple of leaders. And then we also need people to become VDRs. VDR is a volunteer deputy registrar. That means that you are licensed and certified by the state of Texas to do voter registration within that particular county. And you can be certified in various counties. And our counties are Denton, Dallas, Collin County, and Tarrant County. So we specifically need everybody to try to get certified in those various counties. And it only takes like 20 minutes, and most counties are doing it virtually now anyway. Election day workers, we need election day workers and volunteers on various levels. You can go to your county website to get that information. And also, I mentioned we need volunteers for our monthly voter registration drives. And then we need volunteers to tune into various meetings. We are nonpartisan, so I can't call out any particular party, but some of these parties have meetings. We need you all to turn into those meetings. There are also other grassroots organizations, get out the vote organizations. You know, we all support OVOV, which is Our Vote, Our Voice. There are other organizations out there, Black Voters Matter. We support them as well. Fight Back Table. There are a lot of organizations that meet, and we can't be at all of those meetings. So tune into those meetings, represent DFW Metro, and come back and give our political action team a report. And that, is Sean Martin, not Sean Martin, but Sean Reed. Is Sean Reed still on the call? No, he's not. Okay. So again, we have our health team, our health and wellness team. If you know someone who's passionate about health and wellness, have them to connect with us. We need a leader, and for that particular focus. And then our education team, we need a leader for our education team. Also, Juneteenth is right around the corner. So we need someone to chair and help plan our Juneteenth celebration. So if you're interested in being a part of that committee, please connect with us. Send an email to dfwmetro2020@gmail. Our Freedom Fund Banquet Committee, and Annual Holiday Gala Committee, Black History Month Celebration Committee, and our branch fundraising committee. We need chairs for all of those areas. So definitely, if you know somebody that's interested, or if you on the call want to help in any capacity, please let us know. Earlier, our Madam Secretary gave an update on the annual Texas NAACP state conference that's coming up October the 8th through the 10th. And that information was dropped in the chat. If you don't see it there, go to our website or our Facebook page to get that information. Our Vote, Our Voice, OVOV, is a nonpartisan Get Out the Vote coalition that we partner with. Their meeting is going to be on Tuesday, October the 5th at 7 p.m. They meet every first and third Tuesday. Please tune in for those meetings so you'll know what's going on politically. And then our CAP meetings, that's another organization that we partner with. Their meeting is going to be on October the 21st at 6:30 p.m. Visit citizensandparents.org for more information and the login information. And our next DFW Metro NAACP meeting is going to be Tuesday, October the 26th at 6 p.m. Visit DFW Metro NAACP.org to register for our upcoming meeting. And of course, we're always looking for volunteers to be our Black History Moment presenter. And so please email us at dfwmetro2020@gmail.com to be next, to be our Black History Moment presenter. Take out your phones and take a picture. People are still in need, and you can forward this information or post it on your Facebook page. But there are various communities, churches in the community that are doing food drives. So if you'll take a picture of that screen so you can share that information with someone who may be in need. Westside Baptist Church has a free produce giveaway on third Wednesdays at 10 to 12 in the morning. New Beginnings does free produce every second and fourth Saturday from 9 to 11. St. Anne's Catholic Church in Capel, they do a food distribution on the second Wednesday from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Friendship West does a food drive first and third Thursdays at 10 a.m. See their website for updated information. And Metro Crest Food Pantry in Carrollton, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4, and then Saturday, 9 to 12. If you did not get that wonderful, wonderful newsletter that me and Drew put together and work hard to put together every month, check your spam folder. It's hiding out, y'all. It's playing hide and go seek. Check your spam folders or Google search in your mailbox, your email mailbox for DFW Show NAACP 2020, DFW Metro 2020@gmail. So if you're not receiving our newsletters and you haven't opted in, visit dfwmetro.naacp.org. That way you can opt in for our newsletters, and there will be an option for you also to connect with our various teams to get involved. Thank you. Thank you, and thank you to all of our officers and our leaders, our members in the community. We are so glad that you all are part of the DFW Metro family. You all, I was on time today. We got everything in. We covered a lot. So we really appreciate you all's commitment to our effort in everything that we're doing. With DFW Metro NAACP. This has been an amazing meeting, and I really appreciate our leadership team, our officers, for putting up with me. Y'all pray for us. We're going through some transitions or trying to pick up a routine, and they are putting up with me. And so I appreciate them, and I tell them all the time how much I love them and appreciate them. And everybody on the call, I don't want to start calling names, but many of you participate in our meetings. You all have been very supportive, all of you, in some shape, form, or fashion. So we really appreciate all that you're doing. If you're not connected with a team, let us know in the chat. We're going to officially end this meeting, but we are going to stay on here a few minutes, our officers. So if you have any questions or anything, or want to know how you can connect with any particular team, you can let us know. But this officially ends our meeting. Vice President Kendall, do we need to do any Robert's rule to close the meeting?
Well, if that concludes all of the further business, or is there any more further business? And if not, then, I make a motion that we'll adjourn this meeting. Can I get yays to adjourn the meeting or no?
Yays to adjourn.
So the yays have it. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to our meeting.
Take care.
Thank you. If anybody has any questions or any comments, you please feel free to ask